Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Vikan Setiawan. In this video, I want to present you about indirect rating test for language assessment project 2. So let's start the presentation. The concept: indirect writing assessment evaluate writing related abilities without asking candidates to write lengthy answers. This assessment concentrates on the fundamental elements of writing, such as grammar, vocabulary, syntax, and structure, rather than assessing entire essays or compositions. Because they evaluate the fundamentals of writing ability rather than the entire process of creating a document, these techniques are referred to as indirect methods. For instance, a test may ask you to pick suitable words, recognize grammatical mistakes, or put phrases in sensible arrangement. Second is application. There are four types of application. The first is English proficiency test. Exams like TOEFL or IELTS include tests that indirectly measure writing skills, such as completing sentences, in identifying errors, or filling in the blanks. These texts are assess the test taker's grasp of grammar and vocabulary in writing context, helping to determine overall language proficiency. Second is placement and diagnostic tests. Indirect tests are used to place students in appropriate language course and or diagnose specific areas of difficulty. For instance, if a student struggles with subject verb agreement in indirect tests, instructors can focus on this area during instruction. Third is educational settings. School and colleges use indirect tests to monitor progress in students' writing skills. These tests are particularly helpful for beginners, as they allow educators to assess students' grasp of writing fundamentals without requiring them to compose full essays, which may be beyond their current capabilities. The last is corporate on professional assessments. In workplace settings, indirectors can verify whether employees have sufficient command of language basics to communicate effectively in writing. This might include tasks like correcting errors in error report or completing professional correspondence templates. And the next is effectiveness of indirect writing tests. The first is focus evaluation. It is simpler to identify areas of strength and weakness when using indirect assessments, which is isolate particular skills like grammar or vocabulary by offering useful insights. This targeted strategy helps educators and students alike. The second is objective tests. Formats such as multiple choice questions, error detection, or fill in the blanks with obvious accurate solutions are frequently used in indirect writing assessments. The possibility of human bias can be decreased by using standardized answer keys or having machines grade these activities automatically. Ensuring consistent outcomes for all test takers is made easier because the scoring system does not depend on subjective judgment, such as assessing the overall quality of an essay. For extensive examinations, where consistency is crucial, objective score is especially useful because of this. Third is time efficiency. These examinations are useful in situations where time or resources are limited, such as big classroom or standardized testing contexts, because they are quicker to administer and evaluate than lengthy written assessment assignment. The last is diagnostic utility. Through the assessment of distinct writing abilities, indirect assessment provide accurate feedback. For example, teacher can create specialized classes to address students' persistent prepositional difficulties. And the conclusion of this is in situations where time and impartiality are crucial, indirect writing assessment are an effective way to evaluate fundamental writing abilities. They shed light on vocabulary, grammar, and other writing-related technicalities to guarantee a thorough assessment of writing proficiency. Indirect methods should be used in addition to direct tests, as the latter do not gauge the capacity to create lengthy, coherent writings. This equilibrium aids students in acquiring the practical application and the technical proficiency required for successful communication. And that's for the part one. Let's move to the part two for language assessment project.
Hello everyone, my name is Vikan Setiawan. In this video is the second part of language assessment, and I will interview my first student. My name is Jalan Hidayura, and I have some questions to ask you. Okay, so the first is, can you tell me about someone in your family who inspired me? I think it's my dad. Why? Because he's very fluent in English, and also I want to be like him. And what's one thing you've learned from your dad? One thing is probably like grammar and society and vocabulary. And the second question, what's your favorite subject in school and why you like this subject? I prefer English and I prefer social economy. Why you like those two subjects? Because I very like to learn about them. And which type of job would you like to be your career work? I think I want to be a translator. You know, like a movie translator. Oh. And the next is about movie. What's the best movie you've seen? All of them or recently? I watched Venom 3. Oh. You know Venom 3? Yes. I think it's a great movie. And next is about shopping. Do you usually shop or not? Yes, I usually shop. And what kind of fashion do you like? Like casual, formal? I like the casual one. In what way? Why? Because it fits me more. I like the casual. And what is your favorite type of food? Like spicy, sweet? I like the medium one, not so spicy, or I like the medium. Have you tried to cooking something for yourself? Yes, I once cook nasi goreng and noodles. About sports, do you enjoy playing or just watching sport? Yes, I like to watch sports. And what kind of sport? Football, basketball? Badminton. And also I like to watch some chess. Okay, thank you. Yes. And next is my second student. And this is my second student.
My name is Matthew.
And I have some question to ask you.
Okay.
The first is about family. Can you tell me about someone in your family who inspire you to be someone,
My grandmother,
and why?
because she is a teacher that teach me some like attitude, politeness, like the history of Indonesia because she's a historian teacher.
And what's your favorite subject in school, and why?
My favorite subject is English. Yeah, absolutely English.
And why? Why you
Because
like English?
I love to learn English language and some like grammar, conversation like this.
Yes,
I love to learn about English fluently.
that's great. And which step of career would you like to have in the future?
Usually, I love to be a tour guide, translator. But in another chance, maybe I want to be a content creator.
Oh, content creator. That's interesting. And what is best movie you're really loving?
My best movie. I love to watch a camera movie like comedy romance. I love to watch like K dramas.
Oh,
Yep.
and why? What do you usually shop or not? Usually shopping for clothes or
Oh
just
yes, I do. I love to buy some clothes.
what kind of clothes? Like
I
casual.
love Uniqlo clothes like
Oh,
H&M. Oh, it's interesting for me.
and what is your favorite food? Like Indonesian food, Italian food,
Yeah,
Spanish food?
I love to eat Indonesian food. It's like Manado food.
That's good. Okay, thank you for joining this interview with me. And that's all of this video. Thank you.